Is my stream on the line? Are the lights turning greener? One is still sending data, but I'm sure it will get there. A whole new stream. It's for your eyes. A whole live thing. Don't know what I mean. We're gonna animate stuff that I started before. 'Cause I want to get this stuff out the door. Now. All right. Okay. Buttons working. This thing on. Hat Brew 101. Got a carpet that flies, but only on its own. It's only when he throws it out across the lawn and says, I've made a carpet fly for you. Everything is weird and different. Main cam. Hey! I'm gonna try this way today. See what happens. Hey chipmunks. Hey Straxo! You're here for the beginning. Wow! Space Goonie for 2. Also, there's a 0, but it didn't fit in the namespace for you. I just sang a bunch, so I guess, is that the cold open? I think that's the cold open. You might think, hey, since I'm up at my desk and all that stuff's way in the background, obviously there's not going to be a pat camera, right? Also, what if I looked at the camera instead of myself in the camera over here? I am the worst. I think I can adjust this so I'm at least, when I'm glancing in the right direction. Let's make this a little smaller and put this up here, and this over top of this. And then in theory, if I still use my buttons, it'll still switch me over. All right, and if I lean into the camera like this, the thing covers my mouth. I didn't think about that, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's try this camera. Hey, it works. It's almost like a security camera. Oh, hope I don't do any crimes over here. And over here, it's all business and up and up. Up and up? Stuff on the up and up. And I think that's all I have to say before the credits. What about me? Could I say things before the credits? No, those are the ending credits. Ripley! Hey! Here we go again for another week. Earlier today, I was recording some stuff for work on the processes of making stuff. Pretty much similar to the stream. Recorded it through Streamlabs, and this was my setup. I'm choking on chunks of fruit. I'm going to try to wash it down with more chunks of fruit. Chunky. So while I was doing that, I'm like, this isn't necessarily better up here, because I do like sitting in my big comfy chair back there, but I'll save that for video game playing. And also this way, the entire room isn't covered with wires and madness, and I'm still looking at myself and not the camera. And yeah, I like this lighting better, where the background isn't so prominent, but it's still, it's nice and blurry behind me. I enjoy that. Desperately, if we look right there, the wire that hangs down, oh, there it is, from the little Curtis Face logo sign back there, it keeps falling down from behind the sign itself. It's just like it's stuck in there, it's taped in there, and finally today I pulled it off and stapled it, and like that ought to hold it. And in doing that, kind of tore through the brickwork that was there. It was already torn through, but you couldn't quite notice it on camera, but now it was just past the point of no return. Excuse me. So maybe I'll put it back up. maybe I'll just break down and paint that wall because it's gross and I hate it. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's what it was. It was like, why did I start talking about the room itself? Because I was using it to film a thing. So it wasn't quite as many things. I did bring Milo with me and yelled at him because he's not supposed to be here. And he was all like, whatever, Kevin Smith, 1994. And then couldn't figure out how to talk anymore. So like, this recording's no good. So I got rid of that part. And now that hilarious only exists right now when I just said it. New look, new taste. 7-Up is tasting great like a Sprite. Avocado flavored. Hmm. Infused. A word lodged in my head there, and it's just like, nope, that's not what I was gonna say, but it's not coming out. So anyway, I'm gonna give this a try and see what happens. And then when I play video games, same deal basically. I just have to move the microphone, and yeah, see how this works for a little while. I did so many things today. Oh, I did so many things today. I don't even know what I'm going to do now because so many things have been done that what am I supposed to do? Do another thing? Oh, me, oh my. Milo's on the desk, I guess. Gets smaller and bigger depending on the need. But yeah, I filmed a thing for work and did my work while I was filming the thing. The thing was about filming the thing for work. And then right after work, I was like, oh, I'm hungry, but I don't feel like eating. I should eat. Oh, there's like a file folder on the coffee table and a new empty file folder on the coffee table. And I need to take the stuff out of the old one and round up my other like tax paperworks and whatnot and put those in the thing and maybe throw away some of the old paperwork that's in the file folder because it's been sitting in a closet for at least 4 years and clearly none of that paperwork is important. Um, but the file folder itself is in disrepair and I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I just want to I want to make a new Milo, or I want to fix the Milo that I have and make him better. No, I'm fantastic at it as I am. What are you talking about? This is I was born this way. Lady Gaga on over here. You're so angry all the time. No, I don't need to be. This is unacceptable. I'm fine. But yeah, there's a bunch of weirdness about this Milo. Oh, this Milo that drives me crazy. TTK, not working tonight. So I thought I could really quickly uh, finish reworking Milo. It's just slight, but now his body is one piece and not bending with the flash bones, which don't work. They just don't work. Um, so I've just been going in. I gave him a bunch of blinks and some eyebrow movement, and just somewhat half-assedly, just making him move back and forth like he does over here. And then I'll export another version where I put his mouth shapes back in from the Milo talking. You mean this one where my mouth is moving? And it's not moving in the other one, but the other one I take a sip from the mug, but I don't take a sip from the mug in this one. Is that what we're talking about? It's a good rundown. Do I not have enough circulation in my body? I can't seem to press the buttons and have them work today. Yesterday, was it yesterday? I felt really weird. Like, should I go to the hospital and just be like, check it out? My index finger doesn't seem to work on my phone today. My other fingers work, but this one, it's just not a human finger anymore. Is this normal? Does anybody ever come in here complaining that their finger doesn't behave with electronics anymore? And then I mean, it did again, but it was just like, I don't know, maybe my finger was cold. I don't know. Maybe it was too hot. I don't know. Maybe I did just have a weird random blood clot, but it was just like, tappa 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 tappa. And anybody? Anybody? What about over here? Is it no? I don't know. But That was a weird thing. Um, I'm gonna say it didn't last. I don't know. I'm gonna use this finger right now and switch over to let's see what Ted's up to. Hey bros, I noticed you did some new animation of me as well. That's not necessarily different, but perhaps I'll have a better flowing mouth, and I won't get stuck. No, I was wrong. There's still quite the pause for some reason or another. Maybe double click on my settings and see what's going on in there, and I'll just keep talking while you click on my settings. And that won't be weird at all. No, looks like everything's fine, right? Yeah, alright, cool. Oh, I see. I see what's happening. Guy, you don't have it set to 100%. Now, hey dudes, I'm talking a little bit faster now, but maybe that pause won't be such a crazy pause anymore. And now you clicked on the screen, so you can't see the messages or anything else. Click away, Meryl. Click away. All right. So my finger works. Buttons work. Oh, pass. Does he have? Can you see your paws in that, Ted? No, not in this particular hanger, bro. But if you look at the painting behind you, you can totally see my adorable little front feet leaning over this little shelf and my little doctor will see you now office type window thing. I still pause, and I don't know why. Maybe you didn't properly replace the video, or there is just still a pause in the video that you did not notice. All right, cool. Cool indeed. Cool indeed. I think. Oop, there he is. See his little pause? Bing. Bong, and he's all like, "Oh, hey, I'm important and smart." Oh man. So over to the doing stuff camera. All I'm doing, you can't see the timeline, and that's the way I like it. So I'm basically just going in, and every, I don't know, 4 to 8 seconds, I'll make a keyframe. I'll make another keyframe, and then, oops, just give them a little bit of a skew. Oh, just do a little lead over here. No big deal. And then arm over. Tilt his face a little bit. Boop, beep, boop. Tilted his face too much. Oh, guys. And one of these days, I'm going to remember to find stream music again. So yeah, I was like, I don't want to eat, I don't want to do that filing, and I don't want to make a new Milo, but I want to do all three of those things, and I want to do them all before the stream starts. So like, well, obviously, I guess I'm just gonna do the Milo thing, and then maybe I'll eat something after the stream at 10:30 at night. Like, no, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. So I threw some plant-based chicken strips, chicken nuggets, chicken fingers, chicken chunks, wads of chicken that aren't chicken, some plant-based breaded wads, and you look so weird, buddy. And while those air fried, whatever that is, it's just an oven. That's somehow more convenient than throwing them in a pan. I don't understand. But then I can walk away, set it, forget it, go to the living room where I've had all this stuff just piled up on the coffee table, reminding me that you're never going to be able to sit down and do some stop motion animation until you put this filing folder away. You've come so close. Like the weekend came, I got that shelf that I was talking about to replace in the kitchen, and I put that together, broke it, glued it back together, because I'm not good at putting real things together. It was, most of it was done. Most of it was done, but it was one of those things. You know how furniture comes these days, and there's always like this strip of like, it's basically cardboard that slides down the back of a shelving unit or a cabinet or whatever. And there's little grooves, and the only way to really get it into those grooves is to slap it up, flip it, and reverse it, and so that you can access the front and the back, just like that song is about, I think. So you can get it in the grooves. Still talking about a shelf, not what that song is about, and then connect the things on either side or whatever. So it was like most of it's connected except this one part. I'm just like, it's still not in. It's still not in. But it's like it was laying down, so there's just no physical way. So I tried to lift it up a little bit. It's like that's not going to do it. I should be able to put it up on its side, and then I did. And then the back part, like it has like those locking bolt screws that are in it. So they just came out completely. Where I'm like, huh, hmm. Had this thing for about 2 hours, and it's fairly majorly damaged now. Like this is some structural integrity right here that I got to figure out. I was like, I should have picked up wood glue. You should definitely have wood glue if you ever put together furniture and they just give you dowels, just give you anything. Those little pegs, you should be wood gluing a lot of the things, and none of us do. Most of us don't. And I keep thinking, oh, next time I do furniture, I'm gonna get some wood glue. But it came with some wood glue. But by the time I got to this point, I used up all the wood glue. All the pegs were in. Everything was basically assembled. So there was only a slight bit of wood glue. So I was like, all right, I'll fill this cavity as best I can with this wood glue. Build up some integrity again. And it's just like, well, that's not enough wood glue. I've got some super glue. Let's fill this with as much super glue as I can, because that basically turns to cement. So dug out the super glue. Just had a bunch of those little tiny squeeze bottle things that come in a little tube of like 6 from the dollar store or wherever I got it from. And I filled it with super glue, and I was like, this seems almost pretty good. I can basically trust this now, I think. Like, with everything together, it pretty much holds itself. Like, there's not really an issue, I don't think. Everything is sitting the right way. But I've got a glue gun, so I mean, you know, ha, if you were me and you had a glue gun, you're gonna be like, I might as well add some glue gun glue to this. One kind of glue, sure. 2 kinds of glue, okay. 3 kinds of glue, yes. Now, these are all 3 completely different chemical compositions, and adding heat to whatever, I'm sure could do, just break down the other glues, but whatever. So just to physically fill in the space a little better, filled it in with some hot glue, and then did a seam around the back of that cardboard thing, so it's just like, there. For once, when I do move this 2 feet over to where it's going, nothing's gonna come to pieces and it's gonna be fine. So I got it in place. I asked CTK if she wants the old shelf, and she was like, yeah. Is it possible to move this thing? I'm just like, it's not crazy heavy, but it's big. But in the moving, I was like, oh, cool. Also some locking bolts, so it's like I can easily take this down to 2 pieces, throw it in the old hatchback, and take it 35 feet away to CTK's house. Ooh. What are the ingredients to that glue? Does it say the ingredients on a package of hot glue? Do they still make glue out of horses' hooves? I don't think they do. So anyway, did that thing. Proud of myself, like, all right, now technically I can sit down and do some stopping motion animation and put it on my TikTok. What? Where is this? Breaking news. This just in. Doot. I set up a TikTok. I joined TikTok. It's the worst place in the world. It's the most confusing place in the world. It makes me feel a million years old. But because I'm a million years old, as I scroll, I do see people. I feel like mostly people that are also a million years old. But I don't know. I'm making little things. I'm making things in some way, shape, or form. I'm using my own voice, my own ideas. I'm stealing pictures and making the faces move. But, but, but so many of these people just scrolling by, and I'm just like, and the only reason I scroll is because I go to upload something or I go to see, am I TikTok famous yet? Because I'm pretty sure I should be the king of TikTok. My stuff is amazing. And TikTok TikTok is without being offensive, without being mean, it's great. Everybody's doing what they're doing. I don't understand why most people are doing what they're doing. Again, in Twitch and on YouTube, it's like, yep, everybody's got a crazy premise, crazy idea. They're streaming about, they're vlogging about anything, and that's awesome. And it still makes sense to me. But the TikTok world is mostly like, hey, remember how remember that show that I think was called Rachel's Nipples and Friends, and it became like the biggest show in the world because like Rachel's nipples and her friends were amazing. It seems like most people's TikToks are based on the fact that it's just like, hey, there's a giant population of people out there that are just gonna like literally 50,000 people will follow me if I'm just gonna hang out here with some sweet nips on, and weird. It's weird. It's weird. Like again, there's some funny stuff, but mostly it's like, a bunch of like ladies my age or older. They're just like, hey, but you think only young people can be cool and sexy? Uh, uh, um, I'm talking about Friends, by the way. Friend, the show Friends. So so yeah, it's like it's an amazing, amazing, weird world that I'm just like, it's either super hot lady, or whatever, just lady, just going to the camera and lip syncing poorly over somebody else's TikTok audio. In some cases, I see the one I keep saying is like, oh hey, if you're scrolling by, why don't you leave a comment and tell me where you're from? I'd love to know where all of my followers and all of my viewers are from. And it's just like, why couldn't you have said that yourself? Why did you use somebody else's audio for that? And like some of them were just like, hey, how's it going? Having a good time on TikTok. Like, what's wrong with your voice that you couldn't? What is? Oh my God. Oh my God. And it was just such a simple sentence, too, that I feel like you should have been able to lip sync to that. I mean, I know that a good chunk of my job is or at least used to be lip syncing things. You haven't lip synced my mouth in years. In effing years. I'm always behind a mug, or I'm in a tree, or I'm wearing a beard, or I've got a scarf on, or got a mask on. Do you even know how to do lip sync? Do you even know what mouth shapes are the correct mouth shapes anymore? I bet you don't. I bet you don't. I bet I don't either. I bet I don't. It's been a while. Um, I didn't move the thing on that one. Um, but it is like I to songs, it's great. I'm fine with lip syncing to songs, and in some cases, some of the audio, but in most cases, it is just like 7 million people have used this exact same just little clip of audio, and you're not doing anything with it. Anyway, the two regimes on TikTok are mostly women just being like, "Hey, check it out. This is what I'm wearing today. Cool. That's great. Good job. 50,000 followers, 200,000 followers, 7,000 likes, 300 comments, like in 5 minutes. Cool. That's cool. I've got 5 followers after a week. Um, very few comments, and but some of the stuff, like again, if you use a famous person's picture and hashtag them in it, you get a few more, like just doing the David Bowie face and whatever. Um, but the other side of the coin is because yeah, like the lip syncs I want to do is with stop motions, with my action figures. I still want to what I was planning on doing for the last few days was a. Did I move this? No, I didn't. Um, I want to do a battle cast action figure lip syncing to some Instagram reel songs or one, and then other things. Um, Threw myself off with the TikTok. We'll come back to TikTok in a second. So anyway, um, through the weekend, I put that together, and I'm like, all right, I did something. Now I've earned the time currency to allow myself to play with my toys and do some stop motion because I had ordered a while ago a light box, like one of those little boxes that it folds open and it's got lights in it, and normally it's used for taking pictures of like jewelry or merchandise or whatever. And I was like, oh, if I get a decent size one, I can then just like put it in like the storage closet where it's dark and I can do stop motions there, or I can do it pretty much anywhere. Light will be blocked up and I'll have some consistent light. This is going to be great. So I unfolded that. I was like, all right, after I do that cabinet, what I really need to do is uh, yeah, so it's just not structurally sound enough. So then I took a bunch of cardboard, the boxes that box thing came in, and then made a box around it to stabilize it. And again, and as I'm doing that, I'm like sitting on the floor, like duct taping and whatever. I'm just like stupid, just from looking at the the Amazon pictures. Like I so easily should have ascertained and just realized that I I just need to take some cardboard of any kind and make a box. It's just a box, and then I can get $1 worth, $3 worth of LEDs from like the dollar store or wherever, and put those across the top, and I'm done. And I'm done. It was like I'm doing it anyway. I'm building a box for the box. So I mean, why didn't I just do this in the first place? But past the point of no return, it's got some little hooks inside of it, so you can hang little backdroppy things. So I thought that would be cool. So I was like, all right, finish that, and then there was still the file box of files on the count or on the table that was just like, all right, I guess that's the last thing. If I do that, then I can play Stop Motion Club. So of course, I didn't stop Motion Club because I didn't want to go through files and paperwork. The weekend. Watched a bunch of random YouTube nonsense. Oh, and I gotta remember to start taking notes when I watch Toy Galaxy. That's even what it's called. There's always something on that where I'm just like, wow, this is fascinating. But it might have been that. I watched the history of a lot of just weird old shows that have been canceled or they were just finished. Always fascinating, and I never take notes. But I do remember one that I did watch that I didn't want to remember, but the one that I remembered, it was on Photon. It was basically laser tag before laser tag, and they were like, "Hey, you know what'd be cool? Laser tag. We invented this laser tag system. You shoot each other with these laser things, and which aren't lasers, and then you can track points or your hits and whatnot." And they were like, "Yeah, so it's gonna be called laser tag because I mean, isn't that awesome?" And they were like, "What? No, that's a stupid name. You got to make it. It's great, but laser tag? Nobody's gonna buy laser tag. That's the dumbest thing we've ever heard in our life." And then laser tag came out and blew it out of the water, and Photon was gone. But I do remember once he started showing it, I'm like, oh, I was like, I wanted that so bad. Like that seemed amazing. But it was the thing that led the way for um, when Brave Star was on, and Photon. It also had a cartoon, I guess, which I don't think I ever saw or remembered. I didn't have cable. I didn't see a lot of the American stuff. But on both of those shows, well, I only saw it on Bravestar. You could the figures. I never had a Bravestar figure either. They were like huge figures, but they also had like light sensory things, and you could get Bravestar styled guns that were also these photon guns, and it would trigger things on the play sets to like flip characters off. Some of them could take damage, and same with these photon things. And it was just like, oh my god, I remember all of this. Wow, I can't believe I wanted these so bad. This sucks. This is like that one day where I was like, oh, they got a whole lineup of CBS Saturday Morning. I remember waiting all week to watch specifically these shows, and every single one of them was just a wild disappointment. But then, as well, the company that owned Photon, they were the company that made the water guns that were like battery powered that looked just they were just replicas of real guns, and a bunch of kids were getting shot because it looked like they were walking around pulling real guns on people. So they got shot by police and criminals, criminals or whoever were using the fake guns to commit crimes. That's when the big crackdown on realistic toy guns came around. I remember I had this Uzi. It was, I believe, from the same company. Um, but yeah, it was fully this Uzi, all black, like no orange tip or anything. But it took these like a strip of these little plastic, just squares, I think, just basically tiny little plastic bullets. And I never had any. I never ever had the bullets for it. But you'd put batteries in it and it would still just go, it would make noise, I believe. Oozy noise, perhaps just some clicking. Um, and it supposedly shot like, I don't know, 20 of these little pellets at a second. But I don't think I ever met anybody that ever had or seen the actual ammo for it, just the guns. So maybe it got recalled like Boba Fett rockets and whatnot. But it's bizarre. Every once in a while, I have this vague memory of like my cousin usually had all the best stuff, like at least one thing from the craziest new sets. But yeah, like he had a bunch of guns. He wasn't like a military gun type kid either. Uh, but it was just this like one specific set that he got for Christmas was like this is like army stuff. Like I don't know what any of this is. I don't watch GI Joe. I don't understand any of these things. Um, don't know what's going on. Dave, go. Um, but yeah, I had like this rocket launcher thing that like the had little those little balancing arms in the front of it, and I would shoot these just like grenade shaped balls with one of those little sticks that the old dart guns used to have, Uzi, like shotgun, like just a bunch of crazy guns. But it was the same year he also got robotics, which I also watched the Toy Galaxy on, which was like, oh my god! It was like I wish I could still get these. Turns out they still exist. They're still going. They've been bought by like more educational companies. But those were like um, just amazing. They were just amazing. It was just like these crazy girder things. There was engines and batteries, like claws and stuff, and it would like give you like this is the kind of robot you could make out of it. And there was a cartoon that didn't last very long at all and wasn't good, but I desperately wanted to see it. So like they had like the robots from the box were like in this thing. There was good robots, bad robots. But yeah, it was just basically you just build your own robots. It was amazing. It was amazing. I think I had a little set. I had a tiny set with that. It was like very few pieces. But yeah, my cousin had like the big like pretty much an 80 an AT-AT Walker level of stuff. Um, yeah, I don't think I ever had a Nerf gun either. I know I bought one once eventually, that for some reason I thought like, oh, I'm gonna have a great time with the cat with this, just shooting this and he'll go chase after or whatever. And was like, this is insane. This is too powerful. Slash, the cat just wants to destroy all of these little Nerf bullets right away or Nerf darts. And then eventually, one day at work, a few people went out and got some Nerf guns, and then everybody eventually just had Nerf guns, and it should have been fun, but it's not. It just wasn't. Just some wild animators running around shooting Nerf darts here and there. I didn't need it, and stuff like that made me miss being up all night on the night shift, because night shift was always the right shift. So quiet, so peaceful and serene. And that is until Bert Raccoon wakes up. And then you're all, run with us. We've got Nerf guns if you need. Run with us. At top speed. Ah, ah, ah. When darkness falls, leaving foam trails in the night. Don't be afraid, unless you choke on one. In your throat so tight. Awkward rhymes. Cyril Sneer and his kid. Gotta ease out. Etc. So, I still didn't do any animation. I put that thing together. And then, yeah, today I was like, all right, before the stream or at lunchtime, I'm going to do some stop motion. And I still was like, oh, those files, I'm never going to be able to do anything until I put those away. It's going to take me 10 minutes. But there's just no way. There's no way to do all of these things unless I do all of these things. I'll prove them wrong. I'll prove them all wrong. Where's my button? And the fact that I'm still finishing this Milo here means that I didn't prove them wrong. I didn't prove any of them wrong. What's we got going on over here? I believed in you. I believed the whole time, Sarah. Wait, am I still supposed to call you Sarah? I'm going to do it anyway, Sarah. They have no power over you. And should you need us, yes, should you need us, just call, I guess. I don't know. Do Muppets have phones? I guess she was supposed to use her imagination. I'm drifting between talking about the movie and being the character. Also, I'm wearing a Ninja Foot Clan suit. All right, then, that's enough out of me. La la la. Weird. But I came close. But I came close. So now, what is going on? Why are you acting like I'm pressing control? Could have restarted again. So that was all of that. And then amongst those things, I felt fairly vindicated because I feel like when I do look at these TikToks that I've made, I put them on Instagram too. Everything is at Mr. Cartoons. Also, Mr. Cartoons on TikTok and Twitter. MrCartoons.com. If you want to buy things, one of these days I'll put the ads back together. I'm gonna press the commercial button actually and see what happens. I don't remember what's there. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe I'll learn which camera to look at. Ripley? Meow. 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 Yeah, no. What happens when I press the commercial button? Meow. Meow. Good. Thanks. You're super helpful. I did update it. That's right. I made a book. I've made several books. They're all in the books section at MrCartoons.com. And then, of course, there's delightful shirts. Well, the mug that Milo's holding is on the old store, which still exists. That's the No Such Thing as Grown Up store. And the new mug, it's on both sides as well. Excuse me. The RAR Sexy Dinosaur, Farafalafsaur. Ooh, almost I was gonna say almost at the end. Only quite a few more seconds to go. Again. And the other thing, of course, is work on the other new shirt designs that I have doodled on the coffee table. Is just a place where ideas start, I guess. This week. I'm gonna get back to those, and depending on how long it takes to do this, we'll jump back over possibly, and oops, try to finish off the 8-bit me and Milo, so I can get back on doing those little shorts. Oh, Milo, you give him a hat. Think he needs a hat? Do you think you need a hat? Yeah, I always need a hat. I mean, what? Why did I freeze like that? Why is everybody freezing for a while? That's not my animation for sure. That's definitely just the looping. Take it a second. Your computer's using too much power because you try to use Flash and run a fancy camera and run your Streamlabs. That's probably your reasons. He's probably right. But yeah, once I give myself certain things that need to get done in life, outside of making nonsense, if I can't do it in like 10 minutes or less, then I'm just like, well, I guess I'm just not gonna do that for a while. Or I'll do stuff like this where I am just like, gonna go. Back a little more. Other thing, light box. Fix it. Milo. I made or put something else together. I can't think of it now. Oh yeah, there's still an idea for a book over there. I gotta finish working on. Start working on. Oh, some of it's on my to-do list. There we go. I didn't completely forget some of my ideas. But real quick, even though most of you have already seen these, let's jump over. Let's take a little jump over and take a look at my ticking talks. Well, we'll look at the Instagram because, you know, that's my favorite. Let's go to the Instagram. Let's see what it's got in store today. Gonna click on my own stuff because that's what I like. Narcissistness, living my life, looking out for me. Am I the king of Instagram? Let's click on and see. Got some hearts and likes from Phyllis and Toilets Toronto. If you're not following Toilets Toronto, I should say underscore Toronto, follow it. Avocado Shakes is taking some fun pictures. Now that didn't work, so I need to go to this one. There we go. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. So every once in a while I try. I've got this Talker app. One of my to-dos was buy it. So you can have the full quality video because the video quality was very bad. So with this one, not going to play. But when I pop this one in, usually it just says it can't find a face if it doesn't have like a real face. It just was like, all right, cool. So I guess this eye up here is the mouth. And I'm like, it sure is. It sure is. Let's see if this one will play. Whoa. Taco House 2 is following you. That's me. Tacos for 3. I mean, seriously? Seriously. There's no reason this shouldn't be playing, right? I've definitely watched Instagram videos on this computer, on this very screen, and they're just not. Am I insane? I feel like I'm going insane. This is like the 4th thing today that I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm literally making a video about making animation that I do here all the time. And just like when I make a video here, like, oh, here's a thing that just inexplicably won't work. So I'm like, all right, so this is how we make a looping GIF. I'll just hit enter and hit play. Nothing. I'll just hit enter. All right, I'll use the little play button then. All right, I'll make sure to select the looping thing. And it's just like, it didn't work. It just didn't work. What if I click on this one? Like, for real? For real. There's, all right, I'm gonna quit the internet completely, and I'm gonna open it back up. Meow. I said open it back up. Will make me slap you up, flip you, and reverse you. You're Instagram. You're gonna make me go to TikTok, aren't you, Instagram? How dare you? How dare you? Another amazing painting by Jill Fogg, Jillfog, on Instagram. See? Good stuff. All right, click on myself. What if I go to Reels? Some of these are in Reels. Maybe Instagram is just down, right? Face Goonie, LOL, Bing. That's the David Bowie saying, Bing. I feel crazy. I feel crazy? I feel crazy. Like, the play button, it's all it's supposed to do is play a movie. It's a very short movie. So, I'm pretty sure I can go to TikTok on a computer. I'll just search myself. So what I was saying earlier when I drifted back to putting things together instead of TikToking. The There's a lot of Mr. Cartoonses. I'm the only cartoons. Okay, finally. Ah, for the love of fun. I guess that's as big as it gets.
Shimmering titties. Tell me, princess, when did... Hey, don't you dare close your eyes. Don't. This carpet ride is expensive. I'll turn it right around. Don't close your eyes. See every moment.
So, calm down. That was a picture that Tim sent me once while I was getting ready for drag.
Hiding shit. I could put 3 marshmallows on that pitchfork. Have 3 marshmallows at a time. Hot, ready, melty. Let me use that pitchfork for some marshmallows. No. Come on. I'll share with you one of the marshmallows. No, I don't like marshmallows. Then I will have all 3 marshmallows. Just share with me your pitching fork. Just get a stick, but I want the pitchfork for marshmallows. Nope. Hiding shimmer.
Just pause. All right, there. So, oh yes, I was like, what was I gonna say? Teeth. So yeah, in the app, the option is either with those teeth or no teeth at all, and the teeth are also like in beta, so they're just like, give them a try. And there's like a bunch of comments like, I don't know about those teeth. I'm like, I love those teeth. All I do is sit there and make weird faces to make the teeth go in different places. And with the old man from the Gothic thing, the teeth are the best. They're just the best.
So I says to Bing, I said, Bing, is your name really Bing, or am I just full of all of the drugs in town? Because I am. Anyway, let's throw some more money on the pile and pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Bing! It's a labyrinth, Sarah. I filled it with puppets. Jim Henson's Muppet Puppet Theater, going on all day, every day, dancing, singing. Have fun in the labyrinth, Sarah. Try not to get eaten by one of the monsters. You want to hear a Britney Spears song? I know all the Britney Spears songs. Hit me, baby, another time. I'm Britney Spears.
All right. So, one, the whistling in the background of the Britney Spears one, that was Taskmaster started playing after whatever I was watching was over. It always just automatically goes to Taskmaster. The other thing is, so my list of rages against the machine that is TikTok is, like I said before, there's 2 camps. There's either, hey, sexy, not much to say, or something to say. Either way, this is like super sexy, and somewhere within these posts is going to be a post that is a lady going or lip syncing to the audio that is. So you're telling me if I put my arms over my head and jump up and down, I'll get 10,000 likes or whatever, or I'll get 100,000 views? And so many people just do that. I'm just like, the irony of this, where it's just like, because the audio sounds like it's meant to be, like, I don't understand what's happening. What do you mean if I jump up and down like this, I'll get a pile? And then they do. Even if there's like, I've posted 4 TikToks, one of them is the jump up and down audio. Then I automatically have 10,000 followers. Like, it seems like most people on TikTok have a minimum of 10,000 followers. Oh, it's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Salt and pepper's here, and they're in effect. They want, push it good. You better make it fast. Like, you know you should. Yeah, push it. But I didn't do anything with any Salt and Pepper songs, but the grayness. The grayness. Mmm. Got Reed Richards' chin. Um, I keep cutting myself off. But yeah, two sides of TikTok. One is sexiness and ladies, and the other side is just methy hillbilly dudes. Like occasionally there's like, "Hey, I'm a big tough hot guy with muscles, but I'm single." And then they'll point to letters or point to words that are like, "I'm single because like I don't make a lot of money, or because my car is too nice, or because I'm actually just a jerk." Like, why are you making this video? Why is everybody just pointing to text? So it's like there's that one, but most of the guys on there are just like, "Hey, let's put an explosive under a garbage can, see how high we can shoot it into the air. Hey, let's push somebody down. Hey, let's just yell at somebody or something." Or just walking around being super drunk and yelling about not getting vaccines. Um, One I stopped on, actually, I think this was Instagram. I stopped because it was like, I don't get this one. Just from the thumbnail, like plays, the videos now. So as you're scrolling through the Instagram feed, this video is playing, and it was just like, I don't get it. I don't understand what's the subversion here. Like, how is she sticking it to those right wing lunatics with this video? So I pressed on it to hear it and to see what's going on, and it was just like, oh, this is just in my feed. This isn't somebody making a joke at the expense of idiots. This is an idiot that's just in my feed. You snuck in. How'd you sneak in? And she's just like walking through the grocery store, uh, uh, with no mask on, and then she's just like, "This is how I roll. I go to the grocery store and I don't even believe in any of your stupid stuff. Like, and I'm living my best life. Like, oh, you're just full blown awesome." And then a bunch of videos of just like, "We're not getting no vaccine. We wouldn't trust anything like that." When it's just like, you clearly trusted meth. Like, this is a worldwide thing where like it's been checked and balanced 6 ways from Sunday. But yeah, who even knows what meth is really? Like, that's just God, people. I don't even know. But yeah, a bunch of people who are clearly on something horrific. Just ranting about whatever. But the main thing that I actually wrote down, but I didn't bother to look at any of my notes, is um, I keep seeing again and again and again, and I thought it was the same video over and over again of this guy taking a big like slab of like concrete or rock and going to the edge of a bridge, seemingly like getting it out of his truck and just hucking it over the edge of the bridge to see the splash. That's it. And I'm like, whatever, that's bananas. Why do I keep seeing this? And then today I realized that's a different rock. These are different videos of either separate people or the same guy going to a bridge and hucking a big rock off a bridge so that we can watch a TikTok splash, I guess. And I'm like, all right, that's what's in the feed. I don't even care. So when I saw this, when I realized that this was a different rock, that's when, like, basically when I see something where I'm like, all right, if this is a competition, I need to know that this isn't getting 50,000 views and 200 comments and 600 likes in a matter of, it's just not happening, right? It's just somebody flipping a rock off the side of a bridge for the third or fourth time. It's just not. It's just not. Clicked on the thing, and the latest video was the rock thing plays, and then it cuts from the rock throwing to him going, "Hey, like, can you be like, I don't even know what's going on." It was like, this is my third throwing a rock into the water video, and apparently people on TikTok love it when you throw a rock in the water. And it's like, he can't believe it himself. There's just like, this is the dumbest thing ever. But I guess I'm just going to keep going up to this bridge and flopping a rock off into the water because he does have 50,000 followers. These are getting 10,000 views and you know, thousands of likes. I'm just like, man, man. All right, like I'll settle with Tim saying these are hilarious, uh, and Amanda and little Sam saying like I literally can't stop watching this. Um, and I'm like, okay, like that does get me through the day, but I'm still just so amazed that I'm just scrolling through the timeline up here to copy and paste something if it looks like I'm doing nothing. And apparently I did. Oh no, there it goes. Um, synchronize symbols. Because yeah, that first Britney Spears thing I sent to Amanda and like a handful of people, and Amanda was just right away. She's just like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "I've already watched this like so many times, and I would be happy." She's like, "If you send that to me like once a week for the rest of my life, like I'll be happy." And I'm like, "Just remind me to." I was like, "But I think I might start an Instagram with this. Like this is kind of too or an Instagram, a TikTok with this. This seems like the best place for it." Oh damn it. Uh, so later on that weekend, I guess it's only been a few days. I made another one with another Britney Spears picture. Now, in an attempt to just slightly compete in the battle that is sexiness versus nonsense, silly time, animation, whatever, I figured, hey, if this Britney Spears picture is pretty fun, even if I just send it to Amanda and like two other people, and they're like that was hilarious and crazy, then again, still I had my fun. I made a thing and I did something with it. But in TikTok land, like this should be something. Like keep flipping through and people are like, "Hey, what was your video that made you go viral?" And it's always something like, "Hey, when my ass fell out of my pants and it was on camera. Oh, it was when I was behind this bush taking a pee and you can see a bunch of stuff, but TikTok still didn't take it down." And then there's like a billion other videos of people just being like, "I can't believe it. TikTok took down my video for being too sexy again. TikTok hates women's bodies." Like, oh, do they? Real quick, let me check your profile. Okay, you have 700 videos that are all sexy videos, and they only took down one. They only took down one. That's magical, because if they're gonna take down that one, then wouldn't they be taking down everybody? Again, this world makes no sense. The TikTok world that is. And oh, gotta synchronize this tail. Synchronize. All right. There's that. I'm going to save. I'm going to let this export for a minute while I rant about my next little part. Yeah, North Stage. All right, folder, Milo reboot folder, export. So, whilst other people are saying, "Oh my god, like they're mad at me because I showed something." And I'm like, okay. And other people are like, "Warning, like this is going to be adult." And then they say, not even a swear word. Like one lady was like, "Hey, this is adult." She's like sitting in her car. She seems to be older than me, maybe my age. And she's just like, "You know what I just found out today? Or just realized that, like, you know, some guys, when they're like, you know, they're eating kitty, that they actually do it because they like it, not to get to somewhere else, if you know what I mean, or whatever." It's just like, why why even bring this up? Like, what are you talking about? How are you being so vague and so graphic at the same time? Why bother with any of this? And then it's like you're still not using any swear words, and you're still not saying any of the real words. So technically, like you could say this like it on Good Morning America, and people be like, "All right, yeah, yeah, that's something to talk about." I mean, God, the mayor of Toronto said the same thing except more graphic, and that made it to the news. So so anyway, my complaint for my, "Hey, why are you taking down my stuff?" is I took the one of the pictures If you remember back in the old days when Britney Spears used to always get out of cars, her and Paris Hilton were just constantly getting out of cars without underwear on, and every 3 days, the internet, the grocery store magazine rack would be like, "Oh my God, look at what happened here." And she got out of a car with no underwear on, and we took a bunch of pictures of her because we're all maniacs. So I took one of those pictures. I covered up there. You couldn't actually see it. It was one of the ones where you couldn't see anything anyway. So you already couldn't see it. And then still, just to be safe, I took one of those little peach gifs. So it's like a little peach dancing back and forth. I put that in front of the whole area. So there's nothing. There's nothing. And there's scrolling through TikTok. There's tons of swearing. There's absolutely tons of swearing. And again, it's all about sexiness. So I post that, and maybe an hour, 2 hours later, I'm like, well, let me just grab my little phone here after I was doing chores and just see how much of a TikTok wizard I've become with that little gem. Click. Yeah, content violation. Yep, this contains nudity or sexually explicit something or other. I'm just like, I just saw like 15 a row where people are lip syncing to talking about just with the most swearingness and visceral words of just like, I want somebody to do this to me. I want to do this to you. Hey, I'm single. Why don't you duet to this song or to this video? And then, we can become Instagram friends because, whatever. And it's just like, what is this world? So they took that down. And other than it's still the hissing Britney Spears voice, whatever that is. It's still basically Milo voice. That's just like, she just goes, "Oh no, my pussy is hanging out again. Oh, I hate that," or whatever. And then she's just like, "Toxic, toxic. That's one of my songs too." And that's it. That's it. The P word is in there, and that's the most I could tell, but that's not what they were complaining about, and everything was covered up. So I'm just like, this isn't even a real person. This isn't even a real person. But whatever, I'll just make 60 more, and I'll keep it clean then. Fine. All rules only apply to me apparently. I forget the other thing. I still keep getting a thing from Instagram. It's like, by the way, remember that time you tried to steal a song? We deleted your video. Like you did that 3 years ago. Stop telling me that you deleted the video and just get rid of it. I deleted the video so this would stop happening, and you keep re-uploading it for me just so you can tell me you're taking it away again. Just forget about it. Just forget about it. I don't care anymore. It was a Christmas song, for God's sakes. Like, those are already public domain. Ugh. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna save as this, as Milo Talk Reboot. So like I said, it's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. I don't throw enough rocks. I'm making too many silly things. Did I make any? I closed my notes app. Oh, cool. Oh yeah. And the other thing, where's my buttons? Is a lot of people that are specifically popping up just to say, hey, why are you hating on me? Why are you showing up, excuse me, in my comments just to tell me I'm ugly, just to tell me I'm stupid? Well, guess what? I just remember that I'm a something or rather, like I'm a creator partner. So every time I get a comment, even if it's hate, I still get paid for it. I'm just like, you're getting paid to get hated and liked? Like, wow. What a win-win. You get paid to do your job, and I hate you, so it's like you get paid to be hated. Not directly, but like a side quest of payment. No, that doesn't. People get paid to do a lot of different fun things. All right, I'm gonna grab this mouth. Blah, 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 blah. Back over to this new Milo. Jump into this face, this mouth, and I should just be able to go paste frames. Yeah, that's what you do. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. No, those lines are way too thick. Blah, blah, blah. My brush lines. That's fine. We're gonna put a mug in front of it. If you liked it, then you should have put a mug in front of it. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. Then, going to, I need these two layers. So many frames. And let's see if we can cheat it. Let's see if we can cheat it. Let's see if we can edit 1,000 frames at once without it getting nuts. Oh, I left in the drinking frames. All right, we'll get rid of those in a minute. I'm gonna grab all the arms. Whoa! Grab all the arms. I'm gonna move that center point. I'm gonna put them all up a little bit. Move the arm in front of the face a bit more. And then, miraculously, I'm going to assume that the mug will match up to the hand, even though I didn't quite count the clicks over or how much I skewed it. Oh, I didn't get it. So back on. A little, block the arm. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Too far. Too far back. Go. Go one. Take a drink. There. There it is. Oh, 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 oh. Taking it to the side quest. Oop. Happened there. Oh, looks in the same spot. Change the pivot point. Ah. Anyway. And then grab them all. Go back to a little further. There we go. Joaquin 146, you gotta follow for some kicks. Hoo-ha! Joaquin. I got one. Could I go? Got one what? Walk it with Milo. Walk it with your feet. Just stand by my faith, cause I'm really small here. But do I really feel as small as I feel? The blue suede shoes. Nope, that was awful. That was awful. That was a stupid thing to sing. Why do I even sing the things I sing? You said, are you a Christian child? I said, No church was closed that day. Walking in Memphis. Walking with my feet where my feet go. Walking with shoes on. Nothing else you need to know. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. And my blue suede shoes, guys, in Jailhouse Rock. Roy Orbison's glasses. Ted, you're way off. You're so far off on all of these things. Sorry, guys. I couldn't remember my voice or the words to songs. Yeah, that's why I hate you. I mean, I have millions of reasons, but I hate you. You're the worst. Ted's the best. You're the worst. Works. Be good. You can see his mouth a bit. Do not like how thick that line is, though. So, going to. It's only a few mouth shapes. Urgh. You're telling me it would be faster to just straight up redraw that? You're gonna really just manipulate that all the way through? Uh-oh. Shut up. Kevin's here. Hey, Kevin. XW Kevin X. What do you think is going on? What the heck? Kevin. You're the worst at that? You're the worst at that. Oh, man. Kevin X is following. Kevin X is gonna get notifications when you go online. Kevin will know that you're online. I need a different song in my head. Remember last week when I talked about, hey, an awesome song came on the radio in the car? Because for some reason I just never think to plug my phone into the speakers, even though I gotta, or just for it. But last week I was all like, this awesome song played, but I forget what it was because the next song was that Stars on 54. If you could read my mind, love, what a story it would tell, whatever that is. And that song was on again. That song is on every time I'm in the car now. But I wanted the other song. Still don't remember what it was. And no, Space Goonie, it wasn't Mambo number 5 before you go asking. Always with the Mambo number 5s. Purple Hearts. Damn it. Trying to go into a different song, but it's still walking on effing Memphis. Walking in Memphis. You walk on sunshine, you walk in Memphis. Simple. Super easy to remember. You're never going to remember that. When you get to the big music exam, and they ask you all these weird pop music facts and things, you're going to be all like, I'm walking in sunshine and I'm dancing on rainbows. And it's just like that's not any of the things. What are you even talking about? What are you even talking about? Oh my god. I'm just talking, just chilling, illin', gangsta style time filling. That's what I do. Hanging with you. My mouth keeps moving, so what can I do? I keep rhyming do with do, like Scooby Doo. Who? Oh, it's all moo. Like a cow ate the grass and left. It's not important anymore, like Joey said from that show, Rachel's Nipples and Friends. Okay, almost done replacing Milo with a slightly different Milo, but we didn't put a hat on him. If you liked him, then you should have put a hat on him. If you liked him, then you should have put a hat on him. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. What kind of hat today? What kind of hat? What kind of hat should I put on this cat? Fedora? He's always wearing fedoras when I give him a hat. Today's juice: carrots, kale, some sprouts, raspberries, bloobs, and blackberries. Some sort of probiotic chia, and flax. Like a liter of juice, of fruit punch juice, and a half a can of Rockstar Energon. All right, I'm gonna put a real hat on him. That's what I always do. I'm gonna go over to the Google. I'm just gonna type in hat. I'm gonna click on images. See if any of these look like they would fit on his head. Ooh, there's some real good fedoras right there. That's like a nice Paul F. Tompkins-y fedora. This is a real big image. I think it might fit. I think it just might fit. I'm gonna go into the body layer. Excuse me. There we go. Go to the body layer. Make a new layer. Save. Apple S. Always Apple S-ing, because even though there's an auto save. Pat, you're not even over here, Pat. You're over there. There we go. Pat, you still use Flash or Adobe Animate, as it's called. I think maybe you're mostly Toon Booming, but I never pay attention to the autosave. It happens like maybe once or twice. I've been like, hey, I still have some stuff, but 90% of the time, I save on my own, or when it does crash, I'm just like, this autosave wasn't recent enough, even though you said you just saved. This is pointless. I still save more often than you autosave. But when I have Flash closed and I open up a folder and there's a file I want to work on, and then I double click it. Double click. I expect that file to just open up in Flash, but if Flash isn't already open, every single time, like once a week maybe it doesn't do it, but every other time it goes, oh hey, let me give you a list of the last 2 or 3 files that you had opened. Would you like me to open those instead of the one that you asked me to open? Would you want me to recover those, actually? There's some recovery files, because every time you close me, I shit my pants instead of just closing down. So I've never actually shut down properly, I don't think. I only crash, even though it's after you've saved, after everything's closed, there's no files open, and it's just like, hey, Pat, do you want this file? Just checking back here. I got a bunch of files they're older than your current files, but do you want me to open any of those instead of that other file that you're opening that is so far removed from these files that it makes no sense that I'm even asking? But would you like me to open those files? No, I click. No, don't open those files. And I expect it to go, all right, cool. Then I will continue opening the file that you asked me to open. And it doesn't. It just stops, and it's just like, well, now Flash is open. You want to go open some files or something, idiot? Yes. Yes, I do. Thought I was waiting for this picture to import. There's the spinning wheel. Spinning wheel of justice. So I'm gonna... I definitely have seen some photos of Paul F. Tompkins in a hat like just like this. Maybe this is a no. He wouldn't wear any of those other hats. But that the purple brimmed one, or purple whatchamacallited one. Ooh, maybe hat with some optimism, keeping it up. But you don't want to fall in a hat chasm. Chasm. Hmm. Hard to rhyme when you forget how to say all the words. All right, we'll make this little, so it's like a little fedora. Then we'll go Control click, edit with Photoshop CC 2019. That was a few years ago. Maybe I should turn on auto updates, but when I do, I feel like my life falls apart and things just update and they don't work anymore. Like, oh, we updated for you, but none of that stuff, nothing's compatible, by the way, ever. But here's your update. It fixes some sort of glitch with FaceTime, probably, with some dumb thing you don't even use. Image crop. Oh yeah, you can't see what I'm doing. Go over to the screen. There we go. Photoshopping. Hey, I said I'm cropping. Photoshopping. Don't stop stopping. Edit. Crop. I mean, image crop. So again, in a world where problems are terrible, if that's the worst thing I have to deal with all week, awesome. Awesome. It's not a terrible problem. I get my files open. I just find it kind of irritating. It's just like, uh, again, one of the many reasons I couldn't handle having kids. I would have so many just weird, like, all right, like, whatever I was asking, I'm not mad and I'm not disappointed. But let's discuss your thought process, small child. Um, I want you to be a correct person in the world someday. So what brought you to this conclusion? And I know that's what I hated about being a child was, can I do anything without having to explain it? I just wanted to put this thing in the stream and watch it go down the stream. Is that so complicated? Like, why can't you but why? Like, there's no, that's it. That's enough explanation. Like, yeah, it's not an actual stream. It's a drainage ditch. Yeah, I'm covered in mud now. Yeah, I was also collecting polywogs. What am I going to do with them? I don't know. Take them from this chunk of water, put them over in this other chunk of water. Kids are stupid. But Flash makes me feel like, oh, there's a little edge around this. Where's my wand? Now, how do I, that, modify, and? Let's go like 1 pixel. There we go, then delete. All right, and hit save. Then if I minimize, it should just become a hat. Yeah. The technology is pretty fun sometimes. I'll make it a little hat. Oh, but it doesn't fit in this frame. I'll have to make the frame bigger. The shadow's weird. Is this backwards? Now I hate this hat. um, almost. Up there like that. I don't like not being able to see his little head stripes though. I'll put this aside for a second. I'm gonna see if I can just get one at a better angle. Type in fedora. All right, that's the opposite angle. Google, come on now. Ooh, this one looks like it'll fit perfect, but there's a lady in it, and she's got her hand on it. Why is everybody touching their hat? I need these. Excuse me. Need these peach baskets back. That one's close, but also covers too much. Say before, what does a pork pie hat look like? Similar. That actually will fit much better. Find the angle. Oh, also good angle, but it's got a guy's stupid face in it. Bryan Cranston, Bryan Cranston, Bryan Cranston. Yeah, this will fit much better. Oh, I think this is perfect. Yes. All right, I'm gonna drag your face in. Butterfly in the sky. And Photoshop out this guy. Take his hat. Imagine that. Google rainbow. All right, same deal. Edit with Photoshop. I think we're still on that screen. Yeah. And use my pen like all day. Delete. All stream. Just delete your face. I don't need it, so delete your face. Not elitist to delete your face. And select and crop. Don't you stop getting the stuff that you want. Leave it like that and see if what I'm thinking will work. Save, minimize, back to the right camera, just for the sake of it. Theory. I was gonna put it behind him, but no. So I'm gonna make a mask. The other odd thing that I saw that I remembered, I think it's from probably a week ago. There's a handful of those. I looked out the front window here one afternoon. It was a real nice day. I think I was thinking, should I go for a walk now or do nothing? And I think I ended up going for a walk. But before I did, I was like, well, I don't want to go outside right now because I have neighbors. And neighbors are the worst things in the world. But that works. Copy. Close this file. Open recent. Reboot. Once again, body. Body. Paste. Oops. Paste picante hat sauce. Spicing up your hats, boss. Oh god, yeah. Helpful neighbors are the best. But the people who live on the other side of my bathroom wall and kitchen wall. Okay, yep. Hat stays in frame. Export video. Yes, replace. So every once in a while, I'll look outside and I'll see like the dude who lives there coming in with like a 6-pack of beer or a 12-pack, and I'm just like, oh damn it, not gonna be a quiet night. Because as much as it's fun to get kind of drunk every once in a while, these people, get drunk possibly constantly, but at least several times a week. They'll get drunk to the point where it is just like music will be blasting, and I'm kind of fine with that because it's just like, yep, you're having a good time, you're having a bit of a party in there. I can't even really hear it in or at all in this office or even in the living room. I have to be in the kitchen or in the bathroom, and how often am I in there? Um, when did I just export? Export video. There we go. Um, So whenever I see one of them coming in, or usually just see the guy, and I'm just like, oh, there's gonna be a point where they just start yelling for any and all reasons. One day, it was just for like 2 hours straight. This is like last weekend, the weekend before. Um, I could just hear the wife yelling, "No, no," and his name or whatever, like, "No, Larry, no, Larry, no." No, I'm telling you, I don't know. No, listen, I don't know. I'm just like, oh my god, okay, she doesn't know. And then I could hear him, like usually I can't hear him very well, it just kind of mumbles. But I could pretty clearly hear him just saying like, yeah, yeah, no, I know you don't know. I was like, it's fine. I'm just asking, what do you think about this situation? Whatever the conversation was, it was like, I'm just trying to have a conversation. That's it. I'm just like, you always do this. No, I said I don't know, and I don't want to know, and whatever. It's just like, it's not about knowing anything. He's like, but we can just talk about anything else. It's like, I'm not getting on you for something. I thought we were just talking and whatever. And she was just like, listen. She's like, I just hear screamed, I'm not the kind of person that will tell somebody to F off. But oh my god, I wish you would F right off or whatever. It's just like that's the same. That's doing it. You just did it. I'm not the kind of person, but I'm gonna do it. And then there usually be just like a loudish point, and then it kind of boils down again. So it was like that went on for a minute. So this one day, it was a different day for sure. So I fully like basically geared myself up. All right, I'm gonna convert these files. I don't understand why they're not where I put them. Double click, date modified. There we go. Media converter. Dropping it in. So yeah, like I said, I looked out the front, and I want to say it's like I'm gonna call her an old lady. Realistically, they're probably not even that much older than me. I'm gonna say they're at least in their 50s, maybe late 50s. I don't know. Like that's not actually that old. But they have definitely lived a life. So pretty haggard. Um and convert. And the other one, just setting some settings on the other window over here. And convert. Um so I look outside, and instead of coming up the sidewalk, she's just cutting across the lawn, which you kind of have to step over. This like little pointy fence that kind of should be removed. It's just a rusty accident waiting to happen. And she gets to like the middle of the yard, and then she just like sits in the middle of the yard with a 2-4. For non-Canadians, that's a case of 24 beer. And I'm just like, oh, snaps. It's going to be a wicked loud night tonight. That's 24. That's so much more than they normally get. Oh, for the love of God, what's gonna and why? I was like, well, maybe she'll just stay out on the lawn, but she just sat. It's like an apartment building. It's a big lawn, but just like sat there. But you know, she's got a nice little dog. But instead of sitting there with a nice little dog, like, hey, little guy, it was like, just sit here with my basically my arm around this 2-4, and half of me just thinking like, is is she stopping to like just sit? She didn't take any out. She just sat there with it on the front lawn, and all right, that's gonna take a while to convert. Um, and I'm just like, is she is she just trying to take a minute where it's just like at this moment in time, these 24 beer are all mine, and I just want to sit with them for a bit and just just kind of have them as my own and enjoy them before I have to take them in and share them with this guy that I'm going to have to scream at, or who's going to scream at me for whatever reasons. Um, uh, uh, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like, what is she doing? She's just, but then after a minute, I was just like, oh yeah, they're old and haggard. So it was probably like I'm cutting through this yard to cut out some time um, of this walk because I'm exhausted, and I'm just gonna plop down in the middle of the yard, even though I'm 15 feet away from home. I'm just gonna sit on the grass here and just lean on this case of beer until I muster up the energy to go upstairs and get drunk and scream into my toilet. Um, oh, still converting. Hopefully this won't be a giant file. Um, the other thing TikTok keeps posting is, um, or at least I say keeps. I've looked at it a handful of times, and just today, looked at it like one time, and within like three scrolls, there was like three different videos of people. I don't know if they're just using an audio clip. I didn't look to see if it was an audio clip people are just playing over having a video, but they'll just be like, "Oh, my neighbors are going at it like rabbits. Oh, these neighbors, somebody's getting some vitamin D," and you could just hear the sounds of people loudly having sex nearby or next door. It's just like, why are you even bothering to take a video of this? The amount of times I've looked at my ceiling and thought, oh God, it's somewhat tempting to at least like just gonna take a recording of this and send it to one friend and just be like, this is what I'm listening to right now. But what I really do is it happens and I'm like, same as with the beer coming in the door. When I hear it upstairs having a good time, I know that tomorrow is going to be the worst time. There's a lot of people like in life, the higher the high, the lower the low. But when you have low lows, then it's just like, oh, tomorrow seems even better because yesterday was so bad, etc. So I think if they, I don't know which one, but if one of them has a good time, that means that tomorrow you're going to get punished for it. Oh, remember last night how you were happy? Well, now I'm going to scream at you at 7 in the morning until 9 in the morning. I'm like, why? 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 But also, I knew this was going to happen because it always happens the day after I hear you guys having a good time the night before. What math is that? And it's so clockwork that I'm half tempted to go upstairs first thing the next morning and knock on the door and be like, hey, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I know you're going to start screaming from 7 till 9 today. Don't ask me how I know that, but don't. Or, slash, here's how I know that, and explain to me why. Why? Why? That's what I was getting at before. I can't remember what the thing was where, oh, Flash being an idiot, was this? Um, but yeah, the Flash open up a thing and it's like something else, like, but then it just stops and it's just like Finish what I asked you to do. Just because some other thought came up or some other little side quest, still finish the main quest, please. Flash, open that file. And with little kids, it's very much that system uh, um, where it is. Hey, little kid, take this toy and put it away. And then halfway there, just like, hey, I found this. Like, all right, cool, good. So anyway, do. Now I'm playing with this thing. Like, first, finish what you were doing, and then start playing with that other thing. And again, why I can't have kids is because that would make me both crazy, but also, who cares? If that's what you're doing now, that's what you're doing now. I'm the only one that wants you to put this thing away, and if you don't need it put away, and you're happy or whatever, then carry on being happy. I'll make you clean up or whatever later on. But I don't want to have those conversations. Kids and dogs, basically the same thing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why won't you stop doing that? I don't know. I'm a kid or a dog. I'm out of control for no reason whatsoever. I'll calm down in 30 years, in 10 to 30 years. Cool. All right. I'll be in my little office, making action figures come to life, and that will be my jam. Um, so close. Does this give me a percentage? It doesn't. But visually, we're at about 75% of a progress bar, so that I can replace Milo. Replace me? You could never replace me. Upgrade Milo. Make him slightly better. Like Malibu Stacy with a new hat. Do I get a Malibu Stacy hat? Exactly like Malibu Stacy with a new hat. Exactly like, hey, a slightly different version of Merman. Well, then I guess I'm getting that slightly different version of Merman. Uh, just put alongside the version of Merman I already have. So hard to look at a camera and not myself. Hi, Pat. So close. 80%? Oh, time remaining 30 seconds. 27, 26, 25. I'm not really going to camp down the whole time. Just, can't think of any of the other weird things. I missed karate lessons this week. To anybody who doesn't know, I didn't miss learning to do karate. I mean, I always miss learning to do karate. I have yet to learn how to do karate any day of the week. But karate lessons on Twitch is a podcast with some of ours friend, Pat and Space Goonies friend, Mel and Levi, her kid, do a little show where they talk about things, do a lot of improv, and it's super fun. And something always comes up that I'm like, ooh, I want to also talk about that on my stream later. But yeah, this Saturday was like, all right, I'm putting things together. All right, I don't feel like doing anything ever. I think I just ended up kind of being half asleep while it was on, and I felt bad. But yeah, if you're looking for a Saturday morning podcast live stream, karate lessons Saturdays at 11:30. Why do we start at the 30? I don't know why I do it, but I do. It makes me feel like it gives me a little half hour to make sure everything's set up properly. All right, I'm going to 11 to 12:30. Get your karate lessons and get them on me. All right, I'm going to. This should be easy. I just gotta find Milo. There we go. Click and browse. And should be the same size, and he should just suddenly have a hat. Ooh, looks like he's cropped wrong. Super cropped wrong. And let's filter here. Guess it is a different size. I don't know what happened there. Let's change this to 40. And let's change the bottom to 40, whatever, it doesn't matter. There we go. Scale them up. Side a little ways. I want to see the tail. Oops. The other thing about being old and things changing, he said to Pat, "Hey, Pat, is it just me? I mean, I don't think I'm Mandela affecting myself over here, but wasn't it always if you want to scale something, you hold down Shift so it maintains its aspect ratio. And if you don't hold down Shift, then you can scale things all wonky. And one day, it just changed, and it was the opposite in every platform ever. Like so they had a conference or something. Or am I remembering? Is this a Mandela effect? Is it the opposite of what it used to be like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago? Feel like I've been making a weird slow adjustment to that because like so often I'll just be like shift and then it gets all skewed and I'm like, oh yeah, is it me or is it them? Okay, it was them. There was a technology conference and I was not consulted. Camera's over here. There's Milo in that window. Go down here. Same one. Oh, look at you. You're way back there in the thing now. And the proper height. Adorable. But, oh, my arms are so long. They go way back to the other side of the room. All right, so we're going to scale him up to where he should be. A little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. A little bit. A little bit. A little bit. And then, nope, no, pick the right one. Go to the Streamlabs OBS filters, and then we'll change the cropping again. Oh, cool. I didn't realize I could just roll this up and down. Getting real close. I think that's it. A little bit off. Yeah, I think that's on. So go back out here. Yeah, it should be a little bit lower. A little bit. And back to the cropping. More pixels. Too many things on the screen to scale it around. And then what else we got? Milo talk. Okay, so what's gonna happen here? I'm just gonna keep talking. You could just go to studio mode, and change these things in the other window while you're still on a different window. That's an option that Streamlabs give you. You know that you work at Streamlabs, right? They talk about this stuff all the time. All right, so you're just gonna go for it. You're gonna browse. You're gonna click on the talk reboot. You're gonna double click it, and then see size is gonna change. Why is that even a thing? Why are you not good at this? Hit done. Then just scale me up. Don't need to crop this one, right? Scale me. Hey, scale me up. Scale me up, Buttercup, so I can be on the screen so right. Hey tonight, buttercups. They're a flower and they're also filled with peanut butter. Maine. There's his face by the tree. And he is way over here because technically that is not Day's version of the room. And close enough. Hey, my mouth has been moving over here and nobody's been saying anything. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? I'm just opening and closing my mouth fast and crazy like it's no big deal? No. Always need to be words. Flowing. Flowing like a wild and raging river. Also, new bug. Rawr. Ah, it's a pretty sexy bug. Yeah, everyone agree with me. Everyone agree with me. Hey, I agree with you. I think that mug is both sexy and educational because it has a dinosaur head. Why does my mouth keep stopping? Wicked annoying. But anyway, great mug. It seems very functional as well. You could fill it with liquids and drink the liquid out of it. Are both of you stupid? I think both of you might be stupid. But anyway, stupid cats need the most attention. I'm a monster. All right, it's 10:30. Holy snaps. That's plenty. That's plenty. So this has been the up close show. I think it works pretty good. Can I? Hey, nah, that doesn't any fun. But anyway, there's Milo. We put a new hat on him. He's got some new movements. His lines aren't floating around, leaving holes between the lines and the color. So that's been making me crazy. He's nice and smooth now. Nice and smooth. I'm a smooth criminal. Here's my hat. I'm frozen. Do you even care that I'm frozen? No, you don't. Hey, I'll start again. Because I'm not frozen. Why does that keep happening? Click on this. Loop, local file. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's no reason they should be freezing. There's no reason for freezing. It's not that season. This is just treason. Trying to make something that's just pleasing. Jumanji. All right, so now, actually done. I already talked about commercials, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Like, share, and subscribe, and share and like, and subscribe, and follow, and share, and subscribe, and like, and share, and follow. Tell your friends. Write it in Bibles in hotels that you stay at. Don't do that. they don't leave them in there anymore. I don't think. But yeah, I think that's it. Meow 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 meow. Why will we go to him? Oh, because I'm here. I'm never going away. Ripley, just turn that camera off. Why do we have a feed that? Well, there's just no point to it. Anyway, talk to everybody next week. Yeah, I think that's everything. Ripley, roll the credits. Thank you guys for hanging out. Paproo 101, CTK, Kevin, and Walking on Sunshine, and Avocado Shakes, and I assume Drakes. Not the Drake that I hate, but the Drake that I love. Does anybody know which is which? If you've been watching this stream for a long time, you'll know that cell phone Drake is the one that I hate. Again, I'm glad he has all the success in the world. I'm just not impressed with his rhymes as somebody who has non-impressive rhymes. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Nothing makes sense. It's all about that hustle. Credits. Ripley. Seriously. Meow, 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 meow. Don't you even dare. Don't you even dare. Look at my wingspan. I will destroy you all. And the beat drops. Oh. Follow. Share, subscribe. What? Retweet. TikTok it. Tell everyone what's in your pocket. It's this show.